Hey you guys, how are you? I have been away for a while again. It's mostly because I spent a little while sick and a lot of while working really hard and was focusing on some private clients. And I am now getting ready to head back to Ohio tomorrow. So, since it's Halloween, October 31st, I decided to come on and do a quick reading for that. And I apologize because these guys are still working on the facade of my office slash apartment. So there's some kind of, I don't know, mason saw happening in my backyard right now. So I'm sorry if you can hear that. So I haven't done your dailies in a while. I think I'm going to start cutting those back a little bit just because I am spending so much time doing that I feel like I'm neglecting some other things. However, I do want to set a regular schedule, so I will let you know as soon as I know what that is, what it's going to be. So not only is it Halloween, but it is the pagan holiday of Samhain, and while I do not truly consider myself a pagan, actually I still go to Catholic church like a good girl. So many of the Christian rituals and rites and holidays are based on ancient pagan holidays, so, and symbols too. All of that stuff is really comes from the really ancient symbols, and it makes sense because you would appropriate from your culture when you were converted to Christianity or whatever other culture or whatever other religion you may have had your culture converted to at whatever time. So it makes sense, but there's a whole lot of that in all of our society, in Western society, and all of our cultures, and so I think that there's something sacred about it for us still, even though we celebrate it like a secular holiday. And the truth of it is the veil is very thin at this time of year. It's thinner and thinner around the whole year at this point, but it's very thin around this time of the year, and as it is said, it's the thinnest on this night of the year. So we're going to ask our guides and angels and record keepers and ascended masters for some messages for the collective for tonight. And so you can expect these messages, because I'm the kind of reader that I am, to be very healing centric and to apply to more than just tonight. It's likely that they will apply to the next month or so at least. Okay, I'll start by pulling the cards. I have a sudden hot flash. Okay. Oh my God, sudden hot flash, I cannot. Why? Okay. I have to take this off. I'm dying. I'm suddenly dying here. It started when this card flipped out of the deck. I'm not even kidding you. It started when this card flipped out of the deck, and this is the card for the Tower, y'all. So, disruption. So we're going to start our reading off with disruption. And I will be very honest with you. This is not something to fear. If you know tarot, or you've been watching readings a long time, a lot of people panic when the Tower comes out. And for real, it can be a stressful event. However, more often than not, I have found that the Tower represents a profound healing. So it's the kind of healing that changes everything for you. it might come to you as something that is really, really just creates a huge shift. And that's why it's called disruption in this deck. It really disrupts things to the point where nothing is really the same. Like, but it is always for the purpose of breaking away the things that are not serving you in your life. So it might be a big emotional burst for you, and it might be um, your decision to release something in your life that you know is not serving you. But whatever it is, the kind of disruption that it causes is always in your highest good. Okay, so and under it is the Eight of Wands, which in this deck is called accelerated motion. So to me, that I feel like this is saying that the sort of disruption that you may have experienced today, this month, or recently has accelerated your growth and has accelerated you toward your goals that you're trying to reach now. Because so many of us, um, you may have goals. I mean, I think we all have goals that are sort of on different levels. Like all have goals in the physical world. We want to get a better job or better manage our time or spend more time with our families or find a partner or whatever. We have goals that are more on the emotional level, which might be to work on our own healing, our own self-love, or our own ability to balance our emotions. And we might also have goals on the spiritual level, which could be um, to continue to clear our energy and raise our vibration, to continue to um, be an active part of ascending and helping our own energies to ascend and continue to learn and become enlightened. So that is also happening. And the kind of shakeup that we're experiencing right now, if you're experiencing one, is really to help you reach all of those levels of goals in a quicker way. So it's almost like a fast forward. It's almost like a sudden reboot, if that makes sense. Sorry, you guys. In addition to hot flashing and now suddenly sweating, I am very thirsty. So, I'm sure it has nothing to do with the extremely salty chicken salad I ate. Oh my God. Since I'm leaving New York tomorrow, I had this idea that I had to go eat all the places that I'm going to miss for the next, whatever, 4 months or however long I'm in Ohio. Ignore me. I'm sorry. I keep babbling. So, I want to get a clarifier for this row of disruption with the accelerated motion. Dun, dun, dun. Is this the one? Yes. Okay. All right. It's the King of Cups. So I do feel like this this is involving um, a kind of emotional digging deep and an emotional upheaval within yourself. It does not mean necessarily that somebody's doing something bad to you or something bad is going to happen. But like I said, this is a really profound healing. And so it's coming in on the emotional level. And I feel that it's coming in quick and fast. And it's affecting the way that you love yourself and therefore other people. Um, it's a new level of emotional mastery that you did not have before. And again, it comes in very quickly. This could also be a person in your life who's represented by the King of Cups. Um, it could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. It could be somebody who holds those kinds of energies, very intuitive or emotional or very loving and caring, kind of a fatherly sort of figure. It could be that, and that person could play a part in this upheaval. It could have to do with your own father. It could have to do with you dealing with issues of your father, um, or surrounding your father, or surrounding the love that he did or did not provide to you. Um, Sorry, of course, my computer wants to give me notifications now. Wish I could turn them all off. Um, in the end, this is all, like I said, very positive, because the next cards we have is the other card I always see for healing, and that's hope. And this is the Star card, um, if you're used to the traditional tarot. And it's underscored by the material harvest card, which is like the Nine of Coins. And so to me, this is bringing you this, whatever this disruption is that comes in very quickly and accelerates things for you. It it also helps. It also provides healing, on the physical level, and it helps to stabilize where you are in the physical world, in addition to healing that part of you which is an sort of independent and independently stable. And that part of you, while it's a great thing to be that, if there's anything behind that that's making you separate yourself from others, this is the card for a single person sometimes in the traditional tarot. Not necessarily this card, but in the traditional tarot, this is a card for the single person. So I feel like issues surrounding independence and isolation and things like that are being healed right now. And that's really supported by this King of Cups coming in this other column. Let me pull another card of clarification. I feel like, because, we're asking our angels and guides and record keepers, I just really feel like they're telling you that you're supported in all of this. And yeah, and that this is all part of the plan. This is all part of the grander plan that you came into this lifetime expecting and knowing was going to take place. Like, it's the purpose of this is to make this quick accelerated ascension. Um, and that's the purpose you have in this lifetime. I'm trying to see if there's anything else here that I want to. And I just really feel like they're holding you and protecting you in the palms of their hands. I don't know if you can see, there's a little person in the middle of this, and then here's the hands here. Um, and that this is really divinely guided by the Creator, by your ancestors, loved ones, and guides. There's just really nothing about everything that's going on for you right now that wasn't planned and isn't um, divinely guided. You have nothing to fear. And this to me is also about being supported, that you're receiving whatever support you need, even if you can't see it right now. You are fully supported. And this is even if you can't see it right now. You know it's coming. Just have faith and know that it is there, and that you do not need to worry or fear for anything, no matter what is going on right now, okay? Some of you are really going through some severe stuff. I've had clients all week out here in New York, and some of the things that are going on for people are really very, very, um, they can be very earth-shattering. If you know what, I mean, if it's happening, you already know what it is. I'm not predicting something that's going to come into your life all of a sudden right now, but um, so many people are going through things like that, and you just need to know that this is you're being protected, you're being guided, and you're held in the palm of the hands of those that are helping and guiding you. So no fear. The last two cards, I'm just going to pull my clarifier before I start talking about them. What am I feeling about these? So we have the sacrifice card, and we have trapped in fear, which is like the Eight of Swords. I don't know about you guys, but I'm so sick of seeing these cards. And this one too, clarified with the Two of Pentacles. So what I'm feeling about this is we may be getting pushed into choices, making choices that we've been putting off for a very long time, because we were afraid to move forward. And that fear is really just in our heads, and it's what is holding us back in a lot of different ways. It's keeping us from making the decisions that are healthy for us. And some of these choices we have to make are so simple, so easy. Just making that choice to give yourself the attention you deserve, or, you know, making that choice to change your way of thinking about something. For some of you, this is a really big choice. Making that choice to leave a job, making that choice to leave a relationship, making that choice to move. These are big choices. And this is a profound, profound situation. This is like you may have put this off because of how big it feels. And it is big because it's something big is hinging on this. Even if it seems like a small thing, there's a reason why you're tying yourself up about it. Unfortunately, the reason that you're tying yourself up about it is is really in your head, and it's all it's the good thing is it's within your power to change. It's not really reliant on anybody else. It might seem like it because of the fear that surrounds it, your own fear, but at the end of the day, it really comes down to what is your decision? What are you going to do? What's best for you? What is best for you? And that's really all you need to ask yourself, is what is best for you. And in a lot of cases, what's best for you is really what's best for everybody else. Trying to think if I feel anything else. Again, this to me feels like a lot of healing coming in, and it's like you are willingly sacrificing yourself for something which means nothing by leaving yourself in this position much longer. And it's situations like this that the tower likes to come in and break up. So if you're experiencing this tower, it may be that you did not make this choice, that you had left yourself hanging in this um, in this, what am I trying to say? No man's land, not one way, not the other way, miserable no matter what you do or whatever. And, here's the choice that needed to be made. And now that you know, this is not just choice, but now that the choice has sort of been made for you, in this case, um, now you're stuck balancing things back out. But again, nothing here is happening that you didn't already plan before you came into this incarnation. Nothing here is happening that you aren't protected and cared for and supported through. So if you take anything from this, I wonder what the bottom of my deck says here. It's the authority card, which is like the emperor in the traditional tarot. So I feel like this is how we are having to deal with the kind of structures we've set up in our life and deciding, I mean, this, we need to decide which structures are healthy and which are not, and which are running us into the ground. And ideally, these would all be healthy structures. So it may also be us balancing out our masculine side right now, taking action in certain parts of our lives where we have not taken action before, or we have simply contented ourselves to hang, like the hanged man, which is what this card is in the traditional tarot. So, in conclusion, my feeling is that all of our guides and angels and record keepers and creator and whoever you like to talk to, divine light beings, aliens, that's my code for aliens. So when I'm saying divine light beings or highest light beings, I'm talking aliens. Um, what they're saying to us is don't be afraid. Let go of what's not serving you in your life, that it's serving a higher purpose, that you are serving a higher purpose, that you're protected, and that you're exactly where you need to be, and you really can't make a mistake right now. The only mistake you can make is this. It's just hanging around trapped in your own fear, and nothing feels worse than this. Okay? So if that's what you feel like, you know you're in that place where you have to move out. And I'm pretty sure that anybody who was in this situation knows who they are right now. So you can make this choice to move forward and then to balance your life out, to be your own hero, to provide yourself with the protection and structure that you need, but in a balanced way. Okay? I hope this was helpful for you guys. I'll see if I can't pull out a few more videos tonight. But last time I tried to post one that has my face in it, like there was an actual video and not a voice recording with a photo, it literally took all night to upload. So let's see how this works, all right? I will talk to you guys soon. Hope you have fun on this Halloween, and happy Halloween. Bye.